I chose Christian Dior, and these are some prints. It's okay, here you go. Okay, this is Christian Dior, and this is two of his sisters and his mom and his dad. He was born January 21st in 1905, and he is one out of 5 children. He they moved to Paris he moved to Paris with his family at the age of 5. And as he was growing up, he always adored his mother's clothing, the way she dressed. He loved flowery things, sparkly things, and her skirts and stuff like that. And I really had to put his death on this slide too, but we'll talk about it some more later. And these are pictures from his funeral. He died on October 24th in 1957. He had I put the wrong number, but he had 2,500 people who attended his funeral, and that's just the outside or whatever, and that's his hearse. And the way he died was he was very unhealthy. He had bad eating habits. He loved anything that was sweet. And when he died, he was actually in Italy for spa holiday, so he died there. Okay, and like I said, this was like he loved anything that was floral, sparkly, creative, or anything like that. So in 1929, well, let me go back. In 1928, after he graduated college, him and his father opened his very first art gallery. And it was very successful because when he was born, his family was really wealthy. They were really rich. But the Great Depression came. So when that came around, it just destroyed the art gallery. They couldn't afford it anymore, and they went poor. His mom and his sister died during the Great Depression. So after that, everyone was just like, it wasn't a good way to live. So he had to fend for himself. He couldn't live off his dad's money anymore because they were broke. So he sold sketches in the street for money, and this is one of his earliest designs that he made, and he would just sell them to people. And then right here, after one day he was on the street and he sold a picture to Robert Pigot, and he gave him a job to work as his assistant at Swiss Couture, and that's where he really began his career. And right here, this is his art gallery. That's when it first opened, the one with his father. And this right here is one of his, this is Christian Dior, and this is one of his models for when he later got ready to do his first debut of his collection. So after he came back to Paris in 1942, he started to work with, his sketches got more creative, and Robert helped him build up his character. So he started working with Lucien Lelong in 1942 after he came from Paris, and he opened his own art gallery in Paris on December 16, 1946 at the 30th Avenue Montage, however you say it. And his first debut of his collection was called Carol and Hewitt, and it just consisted of tight corsets, skirts, and puffy shoulders because it was the new fashion. All the women were wanting to do something different, and he created a new look. And while he was doing all that, he hired Saint Laurent as his assistant. And after Christian Dior died, Saint Laurent became the CEO. Well, not the CEO, but he kind of took over the brand. And then he was called to the military in 1960. So after he left, you go to the next slide. So after he left in 1960, he was gone for a while. And that left a group called the Bossiet Group to take over, and they filed bankruptcy on Christian Dior. And after that, Bernard Arnault became the CEO of Christian Dior. And as of now, on February 1st, 2023, he gave the business over to his daughter, and she also runs another business too, but I forgot the name of it. And in 2016, Christian Dior made history, and they hired their first ever artistic director, woman artistic director named Maria Grazia. And she's a former worker or designer for Valentino. And these are some of his first collections. Like I said, when he debuted his collection, the Corel and Hewitt, this was the new look. So you can see the corset, the skirt, and the puffy shoulders. And his first bag that he created was the Lady Dior bag, and it was after Princess Diana, the Princess of Wales. And he has a lot of other stuff, but these were like the main two things when he first started creating his stuff. And this is my work site.